My abuser was my adoptive father, Adam, and he has been my father, I don't like to call him that, since I was 6, and I was molested and raped. It started when I was 12 years old, and it lasted for 2 years. It stopped the beginning of 9th grade is when I told my mom and we got out of there. I was scared to tell her, thinking she wouldn't believe me. You feel alone. You feel like you have no voice, no power at all. Like everything is stripped away from you. I had a really bad counseling experience involving what had happened. So my mom complained to a detective that was working on our case, and he suggested Lutheran Community Services. The old counselor at the other place made me feel like my story was like this big, but to me it felt huge because it's my story, it's what happened to me. Lutheran Community Services made me feel important, like what I was feeling was normal, and that she believed me, and that was definitely like the biggest thing that helped, was they believed you. They didn't make you feel like it was your fault, because that's one thing a lot of people do. They ask, well, why didn't you just push him off? Why didn't you yell? Why didn't you scream? Why didn't you bite him? But when you're in that moment, it's like you're in shock. You freeze. You can't do anything. So when my counselor tells me it's okay to feel depressed, it's okay to feel happy one day, it's okay to be anxious, it helps a lot to know that what you're going through is normal. I'm an artist. I love to paint. It's like my favorite thing ever. It's a good way to let my feelings out. My counselor, Lynn, told me it might be a good way to express myself. Without Lutheran Community Services, I probably would have been in the psychiatric ward for trying to hurt myself. Without them, I would definitely probably not be here. So the future's gonna take me to college, and I want to be a nurse that helps deliver the babies. I want to drive around in my car with my friends and just hang out and be a normal kid and go through the normal up and downs of life. I know I might be a stranger, but if that was your little girl or your little boy, you would want them to have a place where they can regain their life. They can go back to the way they were, have that smile back on their face, and just be themselves. Because what happened to me, I wasn't myself afterwards. I was just almost like a zombie, because I was just trying to get through life, but I couldn't. Lutheran Community Services lets you have a voice when your voice was taken away. It gives you back your power, and they help so many people who feel like they can't get help